challenges are there, but it'll be a little different this time because with more responsibility and then with more expectation from my people, I'll have to give a little more efforts. So this is what is going to make a little difference.
So you went against a veteran politician as well from the Congress. How did that make you feel as well? And of course, you might be delighted about the win, but what do you feel about his candidature for Dimapur 1?
Well, you see, this is a democratic process. So anybody willing to contest or anybody interested in politics, anybody who has aspiration and commitment for the people can't be stopped. So very unfortunately, our Congress chief, I have to face an election with him. So we had an understanding that we will have a free and fair election. Let people decide, let people give mandate. So accordingly, you have seen that there was no such untoward incident in Dimapur 1 Assembly constituency. It was so peaceful and it was so calm, and people were given privilege to come out and exercise their vote. So for that, I'm so happy, and it was unfortunate. I was always wishing him the best, but he couldn't make it. Anyhow, that's the choice of the people. I have nothing to say.
Sir, Dimapur won the apni third time as a coalition hat trick.
Right.
So apni BJP pura ase, sir.
Right.
So what is the expectation you have from the government? Cabinet this time, sir?
Well, I'm also one of the senior most in the party as well as in the district. So I deserve, but it lot depend on, I belong to a national party and the national leadership will decide on whom to give or not.
It's a historic win for women in Nagaland, having now two to represent the Naga, women as a whole. So, what is your take on that?
It is a history now. All of us are very happy that we'll have a woman representation in the assembly. For such a long time, never in the history of Nagaland assembly, there was a woman representative. So this time round, very fortunately, there were 3 candidates. One could not make it, but 2 we have elected MLA now. So that is going to make a difference in this 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly. And I'm sure they will also contribute whatever they know to the society and to the government. Hoping, right.
Sir, BJP pura 26 kujundo loise NTPP logo. Aro press conference TV bishibar koshi ki maturity pabo. 17-18 to pabo lage libe 11 paise. So apni laga do result do, are you satisfied with the 11?
12 paise negi. 12 paise negi aro. I think there are still some issues here and there. I don't know, but the number will not go down 12. There is no much improvement, but we maintain the same number like 2018. So, but that doesn't matter. BJP and NDPP alliance since 2008, and for the second term, with that same commitment and with the same spirit, we are going to work, and we have absolute majority. So we are all ready to provide goods to the people. We will do much better because we're going to have a stable government. It's going to be a solid government. So with the stable government, we will be able to give or deliver the best that the government can to the people.
Sir, apni coalition do NDPP aro BJP coalition do cholibo. Aro confusion bishi thakise coalition aro with the visit of the Prime Minister, confusion to be clear. It will be resolved to say NCP bra choita, NPP bra pangsta lash. So, itu lagaw porde. Do you have any comments?
See, those are little tricky questions, but I hope they are also there to serve the people. I don't know what the new dispensation will say, but hoping that they will also give outside support to the government, and together we will work, because this trend is nothing new. we can have an all-party government also, if it is good for our society and if it is good for the state. So I have no further comments, but hoping it will bhal ola hoile to ingai krubo.
Lastly, sir, in connection to what my colleague just asked you, the BJP had denied smaller parties as being an ally throughout the campaigning process and saying NDPP is the only one. So these smaller parties like LJP and RPI also, they have continuously said that they're allies at the center and the BJP. Now that the BJP has got lesser seats than expected, are they allies back again?
Now see, it is not the BJP who kept saying during the campaign that we are only with the NDPP. It is NDPP also who said, because that was an understanding between the two parties, BJP and NDPP. When we have our own number, absolute majority, then there is actually no need for the other parties. But what I'm saying is, if those parties, smaller parties, wanting to join or wanting to give external support to the government, then I'm sure the allied partner will definitely accept. That is what I feel and is what I think. But again, in the state, the leadership is there. So leadership will decide. Honorable Chief Minister and the others in the government will decide whether to take or whether to accept or whether to work together. It will all depend on the leadership.
I should feel good,
Yes, definitely.
absolutely, and with a very huge margin of 20,000 or so. And I thank the electorate of my constituency for their faith in me and my leadership. And this is my third consecutive term. Being the largest constituency in Nagaland, it was a very challenging task ahead for me. And I had contested technically from 3 districts, Chimgidima, Newland and Dimapur. So nevertheless, people believed in my leadership, in the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. This is the victory of BJP for India and BJP for Nagaland. And the welfare programs of the Government of India headed by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi had percolated down to the grassroots, and people believed in the programs and policies of our manifestos. So I'm happy that I've been given a resounding victory by the people of my constituency.
Sir, who do you give credits to for winning this time?
I give credit totally to the welfare programs of the Government of India, headed by Honorable Prime Minister, who had a lot of welfare programs for the grassroots, has reached the common man. To the last man standing, who is an Indian citizen standing on the Indian soil, had got benefit from the programs of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. And this is the testimony. My victory today is a testimony of the programs and policies and the manifestos of the BJP for India and the government led by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi.
Sir, what is one remarkable change that you would like to bring for our Nagaland, sir?
See, this is a change is a continuous process. I cannot define it in a very specific manner, but there's a lot of evolvement in the process, culturally, socially, economically, politically. So it takes time, but absolutely I can guarantee you with confidence that we are headed in the right direction. And very soon, with the cooperation of the people and the government, state will prosper ahead. There is in trade or commerce or any other avenues which we embark on. So I think with the popular mandate now, with this present arrangement of the NDPP and the BJP, I think we are confident that we'll be able to deliver justice to the people of the state.
So, yes, we understand it's a really huge margin of more than 20,000 plus. But then again, this time was a little different with the NDPP, with the joint campaigns and, all those, especially in Dimapur area. So do you think that was also a very big attribution to your success, this with a big margin like that?
My assembly constituency was typically a BJP campaign with the BJP manifesto, and we did not have a joint campaign. Honorable Prime Minister of India came and he had given us a huge push, and the electorate believed in the policies of the central government, and none other than the Honorable Prime Minister of India coming to the state at the very important juncture had given a huge push to the victory of the NDPP and BJP, perhaps to a very profound level. In my case, since I got a very huge margin,
So, I mean, we've all witnessed that you have been working very hard at a very early stage before the elections, sir. And we have not seen that in many other leaders or whoever candidates have got. So, do you think that also played a very major role in trying to, do more a little before anybody else? You've been campaigning very hard also way back. So, do you think that your work did play a very major role?
no, the last 5 years, every day was a campaign for me. Being the largest constituency in the state with a population of 3-4 lakhs, floating population, met millions of people with different perspectives. Very interesting to have conversation with people, social development. So I think that is one of the primary reasons why I have been re-elected again with a resounding victory for the third term. So I think campaigning for me, it's not applicable for me saying that I've been working very hard over the last 1 month to win the hearts of the people. It's a continuous process which has been over the last 10 years. So that has paid off well today. So I had committed, I had delivered in many cases. Some I'm yet to deliver. I need time. It's a process.
Sir, Abuni Khan Jitishe, BJP as a party. Do you think that Abuni Khan India seat pado secured na noy, sir? Because Abuni Khan sitting minister tak jitibo parana. So do you think that Abuni Khan 15-16 to jitibo ininga kota honi she with the margin of 11 to Abuni Khan sir satisfied?
No, absolutely. That's why there's a Gathbandhan between NDPP and BJP alliance. So it's like a two-engine. Less or more, we're going to form the government, and we'll have to perform well. People had believed in us. So this is the second term alliance with Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Nefirioji. And so we are all confident that we'll be able to perform in a better manner and deliver well.
Sir, 2 women have got into the 14 NLA. First time in history of Nagaland. Do you have anything to say to that? And do you think they'll pose as a threat to the men of the 14 NLA?
Absolutely not. We had sent a women member of Rajya Sabha, Ms. Pamnun. So there's no question of threat. In fact, we want them to participate in the process of nation building. So whether it's in the local bodies or whether it percolates down to the village council or VDBs, village development boards, we're happy. We want our women to participate. We respect our women. We believe in women empowerment. And why should they not perform? So this is an indication of that we have sent 3 women in the Vidhan Sabha, which means we want a woman to participate in the democratic process and become a lawmaker as well. So 2 of them have won. Unfortunately, 1 has lost. But this is the beginning. I hope it will inspire millions of Naga women who are deserving with good education as the asset. So I wish the next generation the best. Do well, and then let people believe in you, your leadership. You will do well at par with men. So there's absolutely no question of anybody posing a threat to
The men
the
of the
opposite.
NLA.
Yeah.